So you are related to a lot of uncles. In 1867, our son John B. was born. He died at the age of 4. In 1869, our daughter Anna was born. She died the following year. Our son John, the one you are celebrating, was born the year the first John died. So because people lost children at an early age, it was not unusual to give the second child the same name as the first one that had died. This is the reason we named our second son John. His name is John Antone, and he is the ancestor that we are celebrating this reunion for. I will tell you more about John a little later. My next child born in 1874, and we named him Franz George. He died before the age of 3. Then our daughter Marie Therese was born. She lived about a year. In 1878, our son Bernard Armani was born. And in 1881, our son Joseph Antone was born. So I had 3 sons that lived to adulthood. Bernard, also known as Marty, always lived at the home place. First with us, then with his brother John and his wife Catherine, then Catherine and her second husband, and in later years with Mary and Cecilia Sandschafer family. He never married. Now our son Joseph Antone was the adventurous one of my sons. In 1909, at the age of 27, he moved to Crothersville, Idaho. Other people from this area moved to Idaho at the same time. My cousin Gertrude, who came over on the boat with us, and her family, some Lutmores, some Vasculars, some Mariners, and some other people from this area moved to Idaho. Idaho land was available at that time for homestead. Joseph Antone and these others from this area were the first settlers in Crothersville, Idaho. Antone did not marry until the age of 56. He married Catherine Upman, who was a widower, and you probably guessed it. Her first husband was related to my wife. She had 1 son and 1 daughter who were older. My son Catherine adopted a 7-year-old boy named Yelmer. Yelmer's father had died in the military, and his mother had no means of support. So at the age of 56, Antone became a husband and a father. Now you call that a business. Now there's another crazy thing about his name. He went by Anthony Tony Joseph Sandschafer. So my son John, my son Antone, and I all have 3 different spellings of our last names. My daughter Marie Elizabeth was born in 1885. She married John Crufts and had 3 children. My daughter Catherine was born in 1890. Married Bernard Henry Rader. She had 3 children. Both of my daughters raised their families in the Island Grove area. Now let's talk about my son John, who is your direct ancestor. As I said, he was born in 1872. He married Catherine Rader at the age of 39. She was 25, so there was a 14-year age difference. John and Catherine's children in the order of birth were Joseph Sandschafer Welker, Terry Sandschafer, Clem Sandschafer, Alphonse Sandschafer, Joseph Sandschafer, Tilly Crager Getty, John Sandschafer, Helen Sandschafer Harmon, Marie Sandschafer Busman, and Luella Sandschafer Getty. In 1919, Tilly Crager was added to our family when her parents died the same day from influenza this past year. Tilly and her 4 other sisters were taken in by relatives, and the Sandschafer family was blessed with Tilly. In 1924, John and Catherine lost their son Joseph at the the age of 5 due to a farm accident. At the end of 1928, John came down with flu-like symptoms. He died in February of 1929. Catherine's youngest child, Mother Dedrick, was less than a year old, and Josephine was 18, and Mary was 16. Helen was 6 at the time of her dad's death. She babysat the baby, Luella, and 3-year-old Maria, as the rest of the family went to church to bury my son John. Catherine found herself a widow in a man's world, with a farm to run and children to raise. With the help of her children, she managed. We have enough hands here today that has a name on it. It is not unusual to find an enough hand with a name on it, but it is very unusual to find a woman's name on it. She lost another son, Alphonse. Alphonse was in his late 30s when he came down with leukemia. In 1933, Catherine remarried. She married my sister's son, Joseph Gessner. In other words, she married John's first cousin, and became known as Randall Gessner. Family legend has it that this marriage was a business deal as well as a marriage. But I think the marriage worked out well. Catherine and Joe were married 26 years. Catherine loved her flowers. She had lots of flower beds in her yard and ferns on her porch and her home on the homestead. In the early 1950s, she and Joe built a house in town. I think she designed the house so she would have the room for her ferns and other flowers. Catherine suffered from diabetes for many years and eventually lost her eyesight and died in 1959 at the age of 73. Now, many of you know John and Catherine's children. They have all passed except Helen, who we are blessed with having her here tonight. I would suggest that those of you who did not know John's children talk to family members who did know them. I have told you about the early Sandsschafers, and I'm letting it up to you, the family and descendants of John and Catherine, and learn from each other about John's children. Also, make it your goal to meet as many of your fellow Sandschafer relatives as possible today. Now, just a couple of things about the Sandschafer name. The Sandschafer name seems to have evolved as we became more American. There are at least 10 different spellings of that name that have been documented. John's brother Anto had an adopted son, and his family uses the Sandschafer spelling. The only people anywhere that use the spelling of Sandschafer, as we know, are direct descendants of my son John. So in other words, every single Sandschafer was invited to this event today. I hope my letter has given you an understanding of what immigration looks like and how the Sandschafer family came to be. God bless all of you, and a few Yours truly, Henry Bernard Sandschafer.